Since President Donald Trump assumed office on January 20th, 2025, the geopolitical landscape has undergone significant changes. Tensions between the United States and several nations have escalated, reshaping diplomatic ties and altering the way Americans are perceived abroad. Immigration policies, travel restrictions, and political disagreements have made some destinations less welcoming for U.S. travelers. Whether due to economic sanctions, long-standing resentments, or outright travel bans, these countries are no longer rolling out the red carpet for Americans. In this exploration, we delve into 10 countries that won't welcome Americans in 2025. Here's why. Examining the reasons behind these strained relationships and what it means for U.S. tourists, retirees, and expats. 1. Panama. Panama, known for its breathtaking beaches, lush rainforests, and the iconic Panama Canal, has found itself at the center of renewed tensions with the United States. The Panama Canal, a 50-mile engineering marvel built by the U.S. in the early 1900s, was handed over to Panama in 1999. However, recent murmurs from American politicians about reasserting U.S. influence over the canal have reignited old resentments. Panamanians view these suggestions as an affront to their sovereignty, akin to an ex-partner trying to reclaim control over a shared asset. Protests have erupted, with thousands taking to the streets to demand that the U.S. keep its hands off their canal. For American travelers, this means a less welcoming atmosphere, especially if discussions about the canal arise. While Panama remains a popular tourist destination, the warmth of its hospitality has cooled considerably. 2. Turkey. Turkey, where East meets West, has long been a cultural and historical hub for travelers. However, recent disputes over NATO, arms deals, and Syria have strained relations between Ankara and Washington. Turkey's decision to purchase Russia's S-400 missile defense system led to its expulsion from the U.S.-led F-35 fighter jet program, further deepening the rift. Additionally, U.S. support for Kurdish fighters in Syria, whom Turkey considers a threat, has added fuel to the fire. While Turkey isn't banning American tourists, the general sentiment toward U.S. visitors has grown colder. Travelers may find themselves navigating awkward conversations and occasional side-eyes, particularly in politically charged areas. For those planning a trip to Turkey, it's best to avoid discussions about NATO or U.S. military operations. 3. Venezuela. Venezuela, a country with vast oil reserves and stunning landscapes, has been mired in economic and political turmoil for years. U.S. sanctions, aimed at pressuring President Nicolas Maduro's government, have exacerbated the nation's economic collapse, leading to widespread resentment toward the United States. Venezuelans blame American policies for their hardships, including food shortages, hyperinflation, and power outages. For American travelers, this means a potentially hostile environment with anti-U.S. sentiment running high. While Venezuela's natural beauty remains undeniable, the combination of economic instability, crime, and political tensions makes it a challenging destination for U.S. tourists in 2025. 4. Denmark, the land of Vikings and world-class pastries, has found itself embroiled in an unexpected controversy with the United States, the recurring debate over Greenland. In 2019, then-President Trump floated the idea of purchasing Greenland, a move that Denmark dismissed as absurd. Fast forward to 2025 and the topic has resurfaced, with some U.S. politicians advocating for greater influence over the strategically important territory. Denmark, however, remains firmly opposed, viewing the suggestion as a violation of Greenland's autonomy and Denmark's sovereignty. While Denmark continues to welcome American tourists, discussions about Greenland are best avoided unless you're prepared for a frosty reception. For travelers, the key is to focus on Denmark's rich culture and stunning landscapes while steering clear of contentious political topics. 5. Germany. Germany, a country known for its precision engineering, vibrant culture, and Oktoberfest celebrations, has seen its relationship with the United States grow increasingly strained. Disputes over NATO funding, trade policies, and climate change have created a rift between Berlin and Washington. Germany, a key NATO member, has faced criticism from the U.S. for not meeting defense spending targets, while trade tensions have led to tariffs on German exports like cars. Additionally, Germany's commitment to climate action contrasts sharply with the U.S.'s historically inconsistent stance on environmental issues. For American travelers, this means a less welcoming atmosphere, particularly in politically charged conversations. While Germany remains a top destination, visitors should tread carefully when discussing topics like NATO or trade. 6. France. France, the land of croissants, romance, and world-class art, has long been a favorite destination for American tourists. However, diplomatic tensions over NATO, climate change, and trade policies have led to a cooler reception for U.S. visitors in 2025. France takes pride in its independence and cultural heritage, and recent U.S. criticisms of NATO spending have not been well received. Additionally, France's strong commitment to climate action contrasts with the U.S.'s more ambivalent approach, further straining relations. While American tourists can still enjoy the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and French cuisine, they may encounter slower service or passive-aggressive attitudes, especially if political topics arise. For a smooth trip, it's best to focus on France's cultural offerings and avoid contentious discussions. 7. Canada. Canada, America's polite northern neighbor, has traditionally been a welcoming destination for U.S. travelers. However, trade disputes, climate disagreements, and political tensions have created a rift between the two nations. U.S. tariffs on Canadian exports like steel and aluminum have led to retaliatory measures, while differences over climate policy have further strained relations. Additionally, past criticisms of Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau by U.S. leaders have not been forgotten. While Canada isn't banning American tourists, the atmosphere has grown less friendly, with longer border checks and occasional cold shoulders. For travelers, the key is to be respectful and avoid discussing topics like tariffs or politics. 8. Mexico. Mexico, a popular destination for American tourists seeking sun, sand, and tacos, has seen its relationship with the U.S. grow increasingly tense. Renewed immigration crackdowns, talk of expanding the border wall, and trade disputes have created a less welcoming environment for U.S. visitors. Mexicans are proud of their culture and heritage, and recent U.S. policies have led to resentment. While Mexico remains a top travel destination, American tourists may encounter longer customs lines and less patience from locals. To ensure a positive experience, it's important to be respectful, avoid political discussions, and embrace Mexican culture. 9. Iran. For American travelers, visiting Iran in 2025 is fraught with challenges. The U.S. and Iran do not have diplomatic relations, making visa applications a cumbersome and uncertain process. Even if a visa is granted, American tourists are subject to intense scrutiny, restricted movement, and the constant risk of being accused of espionage. The Iranian government's deep-seated distrust of the U.S. means that American visitors are often viewed with suspicion, and any misstep, such as discussing sensitive topics like politics or nuclear weapons, could lead to serious consequences. While Iran boasts incredible historical sites, vibrant bazaars, and warm hospitality toward many foreign visitors, the risks for Americans are simply too high. For now, it's a destination best admired from afar. 10. China. China, the world's most populous nation and a global superpower, tops the list of countries that won't welcome Americans in 2025. The relationship between the U.S. and China has deteriorated significantly, with tensions over trade, technology, and military dominance reaching a boiling point. The ongoing trade war, marked by tit-for-tat tariffs and economic sanctions, has created a hostile environment for American businesses and travelers alike. China's restrictions on U.S. tech companies, coupled with the U.S. bans on Chinese apps like TikTok, have further escalated the issue between China and U.S. The global landscape in 2025 has shifted dramatically, with diplomatic tensions, economic disputes, and political disagreements reshaping how Americans are received abroad. From Panama's canal controversy to Iran's long-standing hostility, the countries highlighted in this exploration demonstrate the complex interplay of history, politics, and national pride. For American travelers, retirees, and expats, these changes underscore the importance of cultural sensitivity, awareness of local sentiments, and a willingness to adapt. While some destinations remain open to U.S. visitors, the warmth of their welcome has undeniably cooled in many places. As the world continues to evolve, so too must the way Americans approach international travel, with respect, understanding, and a commitment to fostering positive connections, even in the face of adversity. Whether you're planning a vacation or considering a move abroad, staying informed and mindful of these dynamics will be key to navigating this new era of global travel.